the irregular bullshit. Still hearing this motherfucker speak nonsense. What are we to do? Just sit and lose? Just go to the polls and still lose? Who's winning here? The billionaires. I'm just a nobody from nowhere. Tax after tax, people still scared. Can you think for yourself with no fear? False evidence appearing real. Got niggas out here still carrying the steel. Possibilities are so endless from my scope. Keep your head up and some high hope. Is it Bush fault or Obama's nigga? Did Bin Laden die for real, nigga? Is it Republican or Democrat? Just like that fucked up show called Cats. I'm angry, you angry. The hate you gave fucks everybody. Lobbying in the lobby, make it sloppy. Fucking yo bitch, and she call me Pop. What is the lesson for real, nigga? No representation without tax, nigga. Fuck you, pay me, give it for free. Money is the game of monopoly. Building up the wealth for the family tree. But you Democrat, and you want it for free. Listen to the leaders of the new school. Familiar filth cat and Mark too. Politicking of issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenues. Listen to the leaders of the new school. Familiar filth cat and Mark too. Politicking of issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenues.
Now they socialists, so they want it from me. Fucking hopeless, like a fucking degree from an HBCU in Negro Studies. Now you unemployed because of stupidity. What can you do? Cry and boo-hoo, feeling Trump intelligence over compensation for irrelevance. Wanna live rich, but your mind is derelict. Your conceptualized concepts of constant nonsense sound stupid and useless and show incompetence. Foolish fuck show pure incontinence. Shitting yourself whenever Trump is popping in. That's money talking to dummies walking. So it don't make sense, cause you coons is fucking dense. White ones too, rap God, these words smite you fools. And you don't deserve to win, so you pussies lose. Listening to dissonance and rap tunes. Strong voices for bad choices you choose. White privilege ain't real, I can't see it. Trans people are ill, cause I'm proud of my penis. Lesbians claim feminism, cause they was never gonna be wise. So they advocate fucking little girls and wanna watch boys' demise. You should be happy that I'm telling you what's on my mind. Now go to SoundCloud, type in Filth Cat, get the fuck about my face and go show some motherfucking pride.
Listen to the leaders of the new school. Familiar filth cat and Mark too. Politicking of issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenue. Listen to the leaders of the new school. Familiar filth cat and Mark too. Politicking of issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenues.
Peace and blessings to each and every one. Ooh. Caught myself. Peace and blessings to everyone. By the way, my name is Martu, otherwise known as Uncle Deuce, owner of Bite to Nickel Radio, The Frequency, and BDN Radio Network. If you're new, if you're from Facebook, that means you're one of the day ones. If you're from YouTube or TikTok, you are in for a treat. I'm an 8-year vet when it comes to podcasting, so it's been a minute for me to accept the fact that now the audience needs to see the face of who is the loudmouth of the Midwest, pretty much. And I'm known in 67 different countries, known in about 37 states, through my radio show, transitioning into videography, content creating of a sort is about really bringing my whole entire gift into a space where not only does it bless me, but it also blesses the people that listen. So Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule um, to hear what, you know, Bite to Nickel Radio, the frequency stands for, uh, the way my mind ticks, the way my intuition get to work in, um, and how my energy really resonates with people and how I do my thing. And it's not all about me. You know what I'm saying? I think this radio show is really about the people that have helped um, plant a seed in um, Bite to Nickel Radio, the frequency, um, since 2015, and how everybody still is gravitating towards Bite to Nickel Radio, the frequency, at a different pace. And as you can see, yes, I've been working on my consistency, because consistency is the key factor of success. If you're not consistent in any area of your life, you might as well say you're failing. Um, because without consistency, you don't have nothing. You don't have no groundwork. You know what I mean? So with that being said, um, welcome to the show. This is an hour-long show, so we're gonna get into um, the talk of the day, and the talk of the day is your vote worth your freedom and peace of mind? And because we are on the eve, on the cusp of the election, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, I see it all over YouTube, I see it on Facebook, I see it on TikTok, that people are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Real talk. I mean, it's not like um it's not like we actually have good choices in these politicians, but I will say for the majority, I do see um I see some good in it. I do. Because you're supposed to be able to see the bright side of everything. Look for the good in people. As I look at the candidates, you know, VP Harris and then President Trump, I see an off tilt. You know what I mean? Off tilt. Like your balance, the teeter is balancing, or the scale is balancing upon the choices of the people. You know, and my biggest thing is, if you're going to vote, please think about the consequences of your vote. When people say my vote don't have any consequences, yeah, it do. It do. Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. Your choice or choices in life, whether good and bad, have choices and consequences. Okay, they have consequences, not just choices, consequences. And a reason why we don't really think about consequences that much is because we haven't been trained to do that. We haven't been trained to think about consequences in a way that are detrimental to our everyday living. So, you know, compared to our everyday living, are we actually making the choices according to what we can get at the supermarket, at the gas station, what we can get for our children, what we can get for um, our husbands, our wives, our boo things, you know what I'm saying? And or are we making decisions solely off what has been said from other people, not just from family members and close friends, but also these outlets of what we call news channels. And excuse me, if we're not doing that, are we getting our information based on research that now is open to the general public? Excuse me. Mind you, yes, there is what they call disinformation or misinformation. Okay. And some of the misinformation is real information. Some of the disinformation is misinformation. And then when you tie it all together, information, when you bring it to the whole, if you had not prayed about what God wants you to abstract or pull out of the information itself, you're just going to make a choice based on how you feel. And sometimes you can't base your choices off just how you feel. Sometimes you got to go with your logic. Sometimes you got to go with your intuition. Sometimes you got to go with what is set right in front of you. But even though you got to make it seems like you got to make a choice. Have you wrote down on a piece of paper what's good about this candidate, what's good about this candidate, what's bad about this candidate versus what's bad with this candidate? Excuse me. Write down the consequences of if you didn't vote for certain ones. I think that's important. Real talk. I think that's important because we're not looking at underlining factors when it comes to this vote. We're not. And the reason for it is because over 85% of people that are voting have not taken a due diligence of doing their research. And so some people are 85% of people are just going out to vote based on feelings and what other people have said. The other 15% of people not only are hearing the arguments of what other people have said, what they have been told, but these people, they're the educated, they are the self-educated people of America. Okay. Ever since information was at the tip of a fingertip. Okay. This part of the percentage, the 15% of people of America, have done their due diligence in researching both parties. Okay. In researching both parts of the party, these people are going to make a calculated choice, but this calculated choice is based on the consequences on either side. Now, outside that 100%, there's probably another 20% that ain't voting. Okay, real talk. They're not voting because they see the picture. They see the bigger picture. And a lot of times when you see the bigger picture, you make a logical choice based on looking at this from the level of this the matrix. And either wing, I don't sense freedom. And what's the other word? I don't sense freedom, and I don't sense a peace of mind. The only way I can have a peace of mind and the only way I can have freedom is not voting. Now, that's that 20%. I'm not talking about the 15% that I talked before. I'm not talking about the 85% that have already voted based on their feelings. I'm talking about that 20% that just don't give a fuck because they see the overall picture. So, you can't get mad at what everybody else chooses. You can only get mad at the choice that you made. That's it. And so while family members and friends are arguing who they should vote for in their household, or you vote for Trump, you ain't allowed back in my motherfucking house. You vote for Kamala, fuck Christmas for you, you know, this, that, and the other. And I realized something. In the last election, and I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share this with you because also I know my brother doesn't mind me sharing this with you. The last election between Joe Biden and Trump. Almost right before the election, I made a post and I screenshotted it, posted it on Instagram. And this is even before I even got on TikTok. And once I made the post, my brother said something that triggered me. It made me angry because my post wasn't for my family. And so, me being the hothead that I am as a little brother, I attacked my brother. And when I attacked my brother, I told him I wasn't coming for Thanksgiving. I told him I wasn't coming for Christmas. And I'm gonna be honest, I stood my ground on it. I did. I stood my ground on it because I really felt like, dang, you stepped in the arena, bro, that you don't need to be in, especially when it comes with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm your little brother. So me and my brother didn't talk for good 2.5 months. Yeah, good 2.5 months. Yeah, good 2 months. The week before the new year, which was 2022, or was it 2021? Yeah, 2021. New year. My heart was heavy. You know, me and my brother don't really go. We can't go long without talking to each other or texting each other. You know what I'm saying? We both live busy lives, so it's It's like at least once or twice in a week we chatted up. You know what I'm saying? Texting or, you know, seeing each other. Matter of fact, what was it, Saturday? No, Friday. My brother came to see me. He did a little pop-up on me, you know what I'm saying, at my job because we hadn't seen each other. So got a chance to see him and my sister-in-law. They was out and about. But yeah, we don't go that long without talking to each other. And it was almost like God pressed on my heart, you need to apologize to your brother. Let him know that, you know, all is good and y'all ain't got to worry about fighting no more. And you ain't going to let things like that get to y'all like that to the point where y'all just don't talk. And so I called him like 2 days before. No, matter of fact, it was, a day before New Year's Eve. Called him, talked, and I just apologized to him and let him know that, you know, I'm sorry for saying the things that I said. In an instant, he said the same thing. He accepted my apology. He told me he was sorry, and I accepted his apology. You know what I'm saying? Because it had to do with something with the election at that time. And so I realized after that politics is not something to talk about with your family. It's not something that you could just sit down, whether you did all the research or not, whether you did, you listen to people or you just have your own ideology of how life is ran. Don't argue amongst your family members about it, because why? There's always going to be tension. And you don't want tension amongst family members that you actually love. You know what I mean? And I said that to say this. Don't do that to your family. Don't do that to your friends. If they really your friends, don't do that to your friends. Don't do that to your family members. Don't even do it with close associates. Excuse me, dang. Don't do that with, you know, even with close friends, because regardless of the matter, whoever going to be president is going to be president. And there is nothing technically that you can do to change the outcome of the election, except you looking at the fact that you're about to make a vote, but you need to also look at the consequences. And me sharing that story of my brother, the consequences of us talking about the election and cussing each other out to the point that we didn't want to talk to each other, was the fact of how I felt about the election. You know what I'm saying? Did I feel that Trump got cheated? Yeah, I did. Even though I didn't go vote. I didn't go vote. I felt that he was cheated. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the Democrats just bullied their way back into position. You know what I'm saying? Just like a bully would, just like a mob boss would. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yeah, you know, everybody was disappointed at that last election. They sure was. But, you know, even with the fact of January 6th, do I feel like Trump had something to do with it? No. Did I feel like the people just did what they wanted to do? Yes. Because that would have been angry black folks. Oh, yeah. Trust me, the government would have sent out the armed forces and set it on the grounds. See, what y'all fail to really realize is that, and I'm not prejudiced, don't get mad at me saying this, some white folks is just pure nuts and crazy. Black folks, if we would have did that, if black folks would have did that on January 6th, it would be a total different story. It would. Okay. It wouldn't even be the president's fault. I'm just gonna be honest. It wouldn't be his fault. Why? Because they already think black folks is a threat. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't be because of such and such presidency. It wouldn't be because other people ain't winning. It'd be just because we black. Straight up. You know, that part right there, the January 6th thing, all you seen was white folks in the crowd. Black folks wouldn't even get that close. You know what I'm saying? And when I say it was more white folks on the Capitol grounds than black folks, let me tell you something. Look at those tapes again. You can't, and let me say this, you can't blame Trump. You can't. You can't. And I'm going to tell you why. And I just told you why. I just told you why. You can't blame him because check this out. Like I said, again, I'm going to repeat it. If black folks had did that on January 6th, it would be a total different story. And it won't be blamed on the president. It will be blamed on the people because the people is the threat. And my biggest thing is white folks just showed us how to overthrow government in one day. I hate to say that. That's A1 right there. That's A1. That's A1. You couldn't even get mad at that one. If someone could give me another logical reason why January 6th actually happened without putting Trump at the head of the problem, I'll sit and listen. I would. I would sit and I would motherfucking listen. But anyway, consequences. Let's get to this. The consequences. What are the consequences of this election now? What are the true implications? What are the true pragmatic? What are the pragmatic parts of this election? Are these two candidates? What makes them? What makes them either worthy, and what makes them truly unworthy? Another thing I really want to get you to really look at is how we really look at freedom and how we really look at having a peace of mind. When you think about freedom, you think about living in the country in a nice wooden cabin, off-grid style. And when you talk about off-grid, I'm talking about you're not hooked up to the power grid. You're not hooked up to natural gas, this, that, and the other. I'm talking about the fact that you are using solar panels. I'm talking about the fact that you're using solar generators, gas generators. You get the point. Little river going past your house. You know, got a nice little patio where you could just have a fire pit and this, that, and the other. And ain't nobody fucking with you for real. Ain't nobody fucking with you. That's freedom to me. And not only is that freedom, that is a peace of mind that I do believe a lot of people enjoy. Something that I want to get to myself. Because living in the city is not my cup of tea. While I'm sitting here and watching crypto go up. So don't feel bad if you see me like, damn, you know. But yeah. Let's think about what could go wrong for a second because of our choices. Because even the analyst this morning said in this morning said about the race of the presidency is tight. The trades are not trading right now. You know, the market is at a standstill. They're trying to figure out what's real, what's not real. You know, who gonna win, who ain't gonna win. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for freedom. I'm looking for freedom to the point that because I am a worker that gets wages, I'm looking for something that is going to work in my benefit to the point that I can reach that freedom. I heard Wall Street Trap say, you have to buy back your freedom. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and act like that's not true. Now I'm looking at it as not in a spiritual construct. I'm looking at it as this the real world. Okay, I'm trying to, I want you to come down for a second. And I see that, yes, in a lot of ways, yes, you have to buy back your freedom because people are so tired of everything else going up. And I'm going to be honest. I was telling somebody this week at work, I'm tired. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of working for a wage. I'm tired of not getting enough of the wage because the cost of living is going up. It's harder and harder to get what I call luxuries now. They are. Living in a house or an apartment is a luxury now. Having a car to where you can put gas in it is a luxury now. It's not just something you can easily attain anymore. It's not. And you talk about people, you can't really talk about people trying different things, trying to make it out of the jungle of life. Because it's not easy getting out the jungle of life and you wanting to maintain a certain level of freedom away from normal society. The society ain't even normal no more. Society retarded. So yeah, we came out with a new word for older women that think that everything got to go their way. We call them Karens. they call them Karens. They like said, fuck it. That Karen getting on my fucking nerve. You know, it is what it gonna be. So that's the type of freedom I want. But not only that, I need a peace of mind. And I think the only way you're gonna truly find and have that peace of mind is that you find some type of grounding in God. Because we're looking into things to bring us freedom. We're looking at things to bring us a peace of mind. And not only that, even people. You know what I'm saying? There's some of us that are good at just being alone. We ain't got to be fucked with no more. We tired of the motherfuckers wanting to play mind games and, being indecisive of what they truly want in a mate or even in life. You know what I mean? And that's, for the most part, that's scary too. That is so scary. You don't want to make the choices and not have freedom and a peace of mind. You gotta totally let God be that for you. Because you can't find it in people. You can't find it in things. You can't even find it in this vote that we have to somewhat muster out of our system, a vote. I mean, I know a lot of people is just like, they tired of it now. Like, hurry up, get this vote over so we can go on with the bullshit. I know I am. I'm ready to let's move on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what LeBron and Bronny gonna do this year for the Lakers. You know what I mean? So hey, trying to see what Anthony Edwards gonna do this year is it the Mavericks? Yeah, even Ja's acting stupid. I'm trying to see that. I'm tired of hearing about this motherfucking vote. I am. I'm so tired. But I get it. I get that people. I understand that people are trying to encourage people to vote and make a good, solid decision. But if you really look at the overall picture of it, if you're really looking at the overall picture of it, you have to look at it from the standpoint of, yeah, there's people that care, but then too, there's people that don't care. And then too, there's people that they give a fuck, but they don't care. They don't give two fucks either. You know what I'm saying? They care, but they just don't give a fuck. They let it go first. You know what I mean? And then not only that, I think there's people that truly understand that there is consequences coming behind this. Excuse me. I really do believe that people understand that there's consequences with this election. And that if we don't make the right choice, and I don't really like speaking about doom and gloom. If we don't make the right choice in this election as American people, this has nothing to do with the fact that you white. This has nothing to do with the fact that you black. This has nothing to do with the fact that you Puerto Rican. This has nothing to do with the fact that you Hispanic or Mexican. This particular election is really about the balance of power for the next 4 years. This has nothing to do with the people. Trust me when I say this, this has nothing to do with you. Because on the election stages, hear me when I say this, on the election stages, they call you American people. When it comes to money, they call you the American consumer. You're not even a person then. How many of y'all listen to the job market report? Right. It was slightly down last week. Slightly down. You know, and so in this particular election really deals with the balance of power of nations, okay, and its people, and how they are going to move in the next 4 to 5 years, and how they are going to deal with the people in this next 4 years. This next 4 years is the gapple. The start is 2025. The start of it is 2025. And in the next 3 years, you're going to see a rapid change. You're going to see a rapid change. It don't matter who get in office. But you're going to have to worry about within this election is how is you going to have some freedom, some true, unadulterated freedom to be able to have a peace of mind and live. Okay? Real talk. You want to live? Show me that you want to live. You want to live? Show me. I was told, even from the Bible, that a person that desires his life should let go of his life. And a person that let go of his life should be able to live. And yes, I'm paraphrasing that because it's in the Bible. And anybody that decide that they want to be, Bible scholars and try to step on my toes, go right on ahead. Because I ain't going to fight with you. You just go sit here and listen. You just go sit here and listen. I think the overall is, what do we bring to the table after the vote? Because it only seems like you only bring things to the table when it comes down to voting for who's going to be president. You should be trying to do that each and every day of your life. But I guess sometimes you don't really see your own consequences of what you have to do yourself. And that's not pointing a finger. I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think to understand how we're going to survive these next 4 years, whether who gets in office, are we willing to change as a nation? If we really feel like our votes counted, that means there you go. Stop playing. uh, huh? Thank you. Quit playing with my shit. Sorry. Yes, this is live. This live, and I'm my connections have been messing up. But anyway, this election right now is basically at its head. And I guess the question I really need to ask you is, would your vote bring you freedom and a peace of mind? And if not, what can? I encourage you to get in your little prayer closet, do some meditation, sit to yourself. For those of you that are the remainder of those getting ready to go to vote, pray tonight. Go through a little fast. You know, spend some time with God in the morning before you go vote. Spend some time with your family before you go vote. Spend some time to yourself before you go vote. I mean, besides all the things I've actually spoken about in this episode, before you go vote, spend some time with God. Because this one right here, this particular election has to mean something to certain people. And so if you're wise and you take the time out to pray, fast, you know, maybe for about 10 hours, you know, maybe 8, and let, as you ask God, who should I mark off for this one? You know, take the time to ask God who is the pick that he's picking. And if that is who God wants, I want what God wants. You get what I'm saying? Spend some time with your wife, your kids, your husband. And just watch the vibe of the whole house before you go vote. That should help you. Why? Because in this election, it's about your freedom and your peace of mind. It's about your freedom and your peace of mind. I hope you enjoyed this catechism of words. And I hope that you have taken the time to just hear what I have to say. May not make sense to you, but maybe through what God can get you to understand, your freedom and your peace of mind is at stake in this election. Until next time, I want y'all to keep it real, keep it trill. Don't forget, we have Follow the Money later on. Stay tuned for that. All right. And until next time, keep it real, keep it trill. Be back. Another episode of Bite the Nickel Radio, The Frequency. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Yeah. I'm just fucking with y'all. Yeah. Until next time, y'all. I love you very much. Thanks for being part of this show. All right. Till next time.
I'm on the front line, checking my stats, running background checks 'cause I'm cautious. It ain't hard to tell that I love being me. Thinking dating nowadays is exhausting. I'm on a natural high, not trying to come down. Just passing through, not trying to stop now. Love to see the smiles on my loved ones' faces. Then after my shows, it's back to the basics. From phone bills to car notes and insurance. Fueling my gas tank and bridge clearance. Repping currency kings. Write it down, take a picture, a copy and paste. Haters are hating my grounds.
Tune setting. Upgrading your vocals to high quality sounds. A formulation. As it goes for Jana Blackwell.
Been lost in this world trying to find myself. Saying, Lord, can you hear me? I need your help. Lost a few loved ones in my life. Trying to raise my kids and teach them right. Rent is sky high, trying to lose my pride. It's warm in my heart, but it's cold outside. Hard to survive, it's not like the 80s. I guess in my dreams I can get that Mercedes. Way over my head, gotta stay focused. Gotta pay this rent or get a 30-day notice. 'Cause it's a cold, cold world. Gotta guard yourself, be on your P's and Q's.
Heart and soul.
diva of the Bay Area. As you know, it's tune setting. As we bring through Jana Blackwell.